In this episode of Home Theater Geeks, I answer a question from Bob, who needs to replace his TV in a very bright room. And he has a couple other questions. So stay tuned.
Podcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Hey there, Scott Wilkinson here, the Home Theater Geek. In this episode, I answer a question from Bob, who writes, "My wife says I need professional help, so I'm turning to you. Our main TV is in the worst possible spot, on a wall that faces south, so bright and ever-changing light conditions are the bane of its existence. But because of space and room configuration, I'm pretty much stuck with it. I can manage most glare issues with window shades, but the room can still get quite bright at times. I'm limited to 55 inches, which is plenty big because we sit 8 or 9 feet away from it. We currently have a TCL Roku smart TV, and while it was okay initially, I have become very disappointed in it as Roku keeps upgrading the software and the performance has become unacceptable. It freezes up, pixelates, and sometimes just plain shuts off. I have another older LED TV in another room. The picture is poorer, but it does not experience the pixelation and random issues of the Roku TV. The Roku is also wirelessly connected to a very fast internet source for smart TV features. The remote seems to have lost some range. I have to be close and directly in front of the TV to get it to work, and I've tried replacement remotes with the same result. I think the TV has just reached its end of life. My goal is to find a 55-inch TV that has great brightness to help with the ambient light issue, and maybe a more traditional remote with some programmable buttons. If some sort of wireless headphone option was available, my wife would probably send you large quantities of baked goods. My hearing is not good. Budget is secondary consideration as long as the recommended TV is of good quality and can address our issues." Well, thanks for the questions, Bob. Let's see if I can help. It's really unfortunate that you have no options for the TV's placement in that room. I wish you did, but sometimes people don't, and you probably don't. So you need a TV that has high brightness, as you have surmised. My first thought was the Sony Bravia 9, which is their 2024 top-of-the-line flagship LCD model, LED. And it has very high brightness, but it doesn't come in 55 inches. It starts at 65 and goes up from there. So I went to ratings.com, RTINGS.com, which is my go-to site for TV reviews. They do a great job. And I looked at their review for the Bravia 7, which does come in a 55-inch size. And the review gives it very high marks for brightness and processing, as it should, because it's a Sony, and black levels. It gets low marks for a narrow viewing angle and handling of direct reflections, which you say you can mostly mitigate with shades. It's on Sony's site for $1,600, $15.98 on Amazon, and it uses Google TV for the smart TV functions instead of Roku. Now, in Ratings also publishes their best of series in a variety of categories, and they even have a best 55-inch TV article, which I highly recommend. We're going to put the links to these in the show notes, by the way, but show them to you here as well. And their best 55-inch TV for bright rooms is the Hisense 55 U8N, which is under $700 at Best Buy and Amazon. So, you know, roughly half of what the Sony is. Also a Google TV like the Sony. It even scores slightly better than the Bravia 7. And according to Ratings review of the Hisense U8N, it also works well in a dark room, making it good for watching at night. However, it also has a narrow viewing angle, like the Sony. So you need to sit directly in front of it to get the best image. If you're sitting off to the side, you're gonna see a degraded image. It's gonna look washed out. Blacks aren't gonna be good. Colors aren't gonna be saturated. It also has poor handling of direct reflections, which again, you say you can mitigate. As for the performance of the Roku TV after firmware upgrades, I've never heard of this cause and effect relationship. I mean, it doesn't say it can't happen, but I've never heard of it. I'm more suspicious of the wireless internet connection. Even if it's fast, as you say, Wi-Fi is notoriously unreliable for streaming audio-video content. Perhaps something is going on with the Wi-Fi that happened to correspond with your update issues. That may not be it. I'm just guessing here, but Wi-Fi can have the problems you specify, pixelation, all kinds of weird stuff. What I suggest for troubleshooting is that you try a wired connection. So get an Ethernet cable. It might have to be a really long one, but it doesn't matter. They can be really long. And connect it to your router or your internet source and directly to the TV. See if the problem remains. If it does, then it's probably not the Wi-Fi. It's probably something else. But I honestly have never heard of updating the Roku software causing pixelation and other problems. Now, regarding the remote, have you tried changing the batteries? It seems unlikely that all the remotes you tried would have low batteries, but you never know. What you are describing sounds to me like low batteries. So when you get a new TV with a new remote and fresh batteries, presumably that problem should disappear. Now, regarding headphones, I just did an episode on Bluetooth headphones with TVs, episode 487. So you might want to take a look at that one as well. But Bluetooth headphones work with just about any TV these days, any modern TV. So it shouldn't be any problem if you buy one of these newer TVs to get a set of Bluetooth headphones, and it should work. There might be a bit of a procedure involved in setting it up properly, which I talked about in that episode 487. So be sure to watch that one for a little clue about that. But I wish you luck and wish you didn't have to have a TV in such a bright spot. But sometimes it is what it is, and you do what you can. And it sounds like that's exactly what you're doing. Thanks for writing in. Now, if you have a question for me, send it along to htg@twit.tv, and I'll answer as many as I can right here on the show. And as you know, all of Twit's shows are now streaming live on YouTube, but with ads. If you want to go ad-free, join the club. Go to twit.tv/clubtwit to join today. Until next time, geek out.
Get your tech news exactly how you want it with TWiT.tv. Tech News Weekly with Micah Sargent delivers quick hit coverage and exclusive journalist interviews, giving you the inside scoop on breaking tech stories in under an hour. Now, for deeper dives, I hope you'll join me, Leo Laporte, and a great panel of tech industry experts. That's every Sunday with This Week in Tech. We'll break down everything from AI breakthroughs to privacy concerns to cybersecurity alerts in the tech world's longest-running and most trusted tech news roundtable. So, efficient or in-depth? The choice is yours. Subscribe to both shows wherever you get your podcasts, and head on over to our website, twit.tv, for even more independent tech journalism.